Okay, okay. Can anybody hear me now? Can anybody hear me? I think I figured out what was the problem. So I figured out what was the problem. Um, um, okay. I think I fixed it. Can anyone hear? All right. Is everybody good to go? Okay, let me just repeat what I said earlier. Hi, everybody. This is Black Rhino Ranger, and welcome to yet another live stream. And this time we're focusing on Father's Day. And like I said, you can request me anything for me to draw that's father or father figure related. Um, Sorry, I had a bit of a mix-up earlier. I just upgraded to Windows 10, and while most of my software still functions well, and I still have my internet, it kind of lags a bit, and there are some systems that aren't working properly. So you can ask me any question you want, or you can request me anything that's father related. You can ask me to draw any dad. Yes, you can even request me to draw even the most not so bright of dads, like Homer from The Simpsons, Peter from Family Guy, Goofy from A Goof Troop, um, Richard Watterson from The Amazing World of Gumball. Any dad. Any dad. So what I am drawing right now is an example of that. Here's here is spoilers if you haven't seen the show. If you haven't seen the show's grand finale. Sorry, I missed a bit of a. Oops. Goofy from Goof Troop making barbecue. Marco Diaz is there. Hey, Homer and Goofy aren't that bad dads. You're right. Goofy is perhaps the best dad. Is perhaps the best of all the dads. Um, Okay, let me just finish this one first. Here is Master Eon, and who is the son, you may ask? Who is Master Eon's son? Hmm. Well, have you guys figured it out yet? Hey dude, can you draw Kermit visiting Jim Henson's grave since he is his father? I could, but let me just finish this first. I think this will just do. Hmm. Yes, fellas, what I have drawn is none other than the evil Portal Master himself, Chaos. And yes, he is officially the son of Master Eon. And at least in Skylanders Academy. I don't know if this ties in with the main game series. And here it is, fellas, Master Eon and his son, Chaos. Okay, now, see, I don't think he's into Five Nights at Freddy's. Not really. I'm not really the biggest in Five Nights at Freddy's. I do like the designs of the characters, and I can definitely see why some people like it. But for me, I never really played it. We draw. How got into the Loud House BR games? Well, here's a funny story. When I was at my grandmother's house back in 2017 or 2018, I was just watching a bit of television. When I was on Nickelodeon was on, and I was watching a bit of a Loud House. I've watched it, and I thought it was I didn't think it was that great. And at one point, when I was making my Legends of the Hidden Temples crossover series, as in I take I take another show and I splice it with an audio from Legends of the Hidden Temple. And one person asked me to do a Legends of the Hidden Temple crossover with the Loud House. He gave me some examples of episodes with that. I took a peek at it and I was like, eh. But when the Loud House show actually had an official crossover with Legends of the Hidden Temple, that's when I decided to take a peek at the show once again, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to watch more of it. I'm going to watch every episode of the Loud House from here on out. That's how I got into the Loud House. Okay, what else? See, Homer Simpson and Bart eating food. All right, let's have Homer. Let me just Grunkle Stan. He's not a father. He's their uncle. Well, he is a father Well, I will admit he is a father figure to Mabel and Dipper. I'll give you that. You did say father figures. Yes, I did say father figures. So yes, I will allow father figures. By the way, does anybody know that Homer's uh, hair and ear is supposed to resemble the initials of the creator of The Simpsons, Matt Groening? Which one is better, Incredibles 2 or Ralph Breaks the Internet? I wanted to like Ralph Breaks the Internet more because I was a huge fan of Wreck-It Ralph 1, and I consider Wreck-It Ralph 1 the best of the Walt Disney Animation Studios films. But for me, I would pick Incredibles 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet, while certainly a good I did like that film. I am aware of its problems, unfortunately. For example, what? For example, Vanellope von Schweetz, she's gone turbo. She has gone completely turbo. Oh, I mean, she just abandons her game just to go with another game where she could potentially uh, die if she is not back in her own game. But Siren Head is not a death. What is Siren Head? What is Siren Head? I'm confused. What is Siren Head? Oh hey. Oh hi there. There's Rose. Um. Okay. Let me just color Homer Simpson. Sorry that this takes place in. I'm using an old Macromedia Flash software because Adobe Photoshop, it had a recent update, is not letting me record whatever I'm drawing. So I'm kind of forced to use an old software. This is too. That's more like it. Now, if any of you have arrived here late, don't forget you can request me anything that's father related, or you can ask me any question you want. Um, have Bart eat a Butterfinger. I forgot. What does a Butterfinger look like? Now here is Homer Simpson eating a burger or a submarine sandwich. Let me. Here's an idea: Johnny and Cassie Cage. Oh, I'll see what I can do with that. Um, let me have a look up. Oh, Butterfinger is a chocolate candy. Oh, let me just look that up. Let me just look that up. Butterfinger. So that's what it. So that's what it is. Oh, okay. So just have Bart Simpson eat a candy bar. Okay. So I'm just I've forgotten how to draw Bart, in a sense. I'll be right back. Let me just look up Bart again. I've forgotten. I remember drawing Bart a year ago, but I've forgotten how he looks like. That's it. That's it. Let me just. Okay, I'm just. Here's the candy bar. Okay, and let me just head back to the Can you review TV shows and movies? I don't know if I want to review them. I mean, I do subscribe to TV show reviewers. Like, I subscribe to the Nostalgia Critic. I subscribe to Mysterious Mr. Enter, Pie Guy Rules, Animet. They're all great. They're all quite well known TV and movie and animation reviewers. But I don't know if I'm qualified enough to be a reviewer. Let's just say I'm worried about the backlash I might get for when I review something. I mean, I did. If you go on my DeviantArt, I did do a few reviews on some episodes of a show I either like or don't like. I sometimes make a bit of comparisons. For example, there are several episodes of Ed, Ed, and Eddie where you that are almost comparable to episodes of The Loud House. For example, Ed, Ed, and Eddie had an episode called All Eds Are Off, and The Loud House had an episode called Under Pressure. Those episodes are about betting on not doing your habits for an entire day. Um, so here's the candy bar. There you go, fellas. Homer Simpson and his son Bart. Let me just scroll him up a bit. There. Homer Simpson and Bart Simpson having a treat together. Okay. Do you plan to do more Zoo Tycoon 2 mods? No, I am not going to do any more Zoo Tycoon 2 mods. I might do a Zoo Tycoon 2 video someday, but not a mod. I am afraid to go back to doing Zoo Tycoon mods again. I mean, I'm a laughing stock when it comes to the Zoo Tycoon community. Draw Richard giving baby Gumball a piggyback ride. Okay. Let's see. Let me just look up. Let me just look up some characters. Okay. Now, I will say that the advantage I have with Flash compared to Photoshop is that I'm able to color things a lot easier. Okay, so Richard riding baby gum. Okay. Let me just rub this off for a bit. Let me just. I'll add in the eyes later. I just want to see where Gumball is. Just. Let me just redrew the. There it is. Gumball is the face of Gumball when he was just a wee lad. Hey, okay, there's Richard again, and here's let me just just set in. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me just answer a few more questions. What's the worst cartoon that you have ever seen? I'm not going to talk about it. I am not going to talk about my least favorite, my worst, what is the worst cartoon show ever. I do not want to discuss it. It's gonna cause a bit of an unpopular opinion if I ever bring this up. I do not want to talk about it. Oh, here we go. Oh, just hold it for a minute. Hold it for a minute. Sorry about that, fellas. Just ignore the background music. Just ignore the background music. S- Okay. Sorry about that, fellas. I have a bit of there's a bit of a family thing of mine going on, but just ignore that. Just ignore that. Just focus on something happy. I'll take care of this personally. Okay. Just adding in. Hmm, just a little that and just a bit of that. Okay, let me just get rid of this little bit over there. Um, Here's Gumball. Um, no, this not that blue. Yeah, this is more like it. Okay, let me just find the right, and we're done. Voila, fellas, we have Richard Watterson and his son Gumball Richard giving a piggyback ride to Gumball. And I don't think he's into Horror Garcia. What is Horror Garcia? Hmm. Lincoln and Lynn Sr. having fishy. I'm also going into the show on the Loud House on Netflix. Not Lincoln and Papa Loud Bonding. Yeah, have you ever heard of the Xenoblades Chronicles? I think I might have, but I never really got around to it. Um, do you see my ideas? Oh, okay. Let me scroll back up to see if you got. Um. Mm, oh wait. What was that again? Break Brack. What is the Brack show? Um, Sunch. Um. Okay. Let me just do. Uh, it's a really good series. You should give it a try. I could, but I just need a bit of time. Who's Aja and Krell? Who are Aja and Krell? Oh. Who are, um, okay, I'll just do from Tales of Arcadia. I have not seen that. Okay. Mm, um, to tell you the truth, I live in Brazil. Well, hello. Hello. Oh, from I mean, I'm living in a different country too. I'm living in Malaysia, and well, hello from Malaysia then. Um, draw bases. I don't have time for bases. I mean, I need to get these things drawn as soon as I can, and I don't really have enough time for that. Um, okay. You draw Chowder and Mungdell cooking. I could. Hmm. Let me just finish. Sorry, this one's a bit of a. Um, here's a question I'd like to ask you, fellas. What is your favorite of the Even if you're not a fan of the Loud House, by appearance alone, who is your favorite of the Loud siblings? I still have no idea who is Siren Head. Victim Brazil. Why isn't he talking? Uh, um, hmm? Oh, somebody likes Lincoln, somebody likes Lori, likes Lynn, likes Luna. Let me just draw. Let me just color Lincoln first. Oops, sorry. Okay, just add in the hair and the. Oof. Let me just add in a bit of gold onto that fish. Which one is better, Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack or Chowder? Definitely Chowder for me. I also do like Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, but Chowder is definitely my absolute favorite compared to Flapjack. Actually, let me just let me just add in a bit of darker. Okay, it's Lincoln Fishing. Sorry, this one's a bit of a long draw. In fact, most of the Loud House drawings I do, they're quite long to do. Now let me just draw the father. Just add in a hat for Lynn Sr. Do you like Billy and Mandy? Oh, it was one of my absolute favorites as a kid. In fact, I think I would rank it as my second most favorite Cartoon Network show ever. I mean, I just between Ed, Ed and Eddie and Camp Lazlo. Just Now, why is Lynn seen? Just ignore the background sound. That's another idea is intending. Okay, he's shrimp. Yep, exactly. He has a shrimp. Can you just add in the color of his head? I love. It could be Jacques from Nemo. Wait, let me just. I'll be right back. I just need to look up something. The just trying to remember the color of Lynn's pants. Oh, so that's what it was like. Just trying to find the right coloring for Lynn's pants. I think this will have to do. There you go, fellas. Lincoln and Lynn are fishing. Now, what have we got so far? We got Gumball with his father, Richard Watterson. We got Chaos with his father, Master Rion. We got Bart with his father, Homer Simpson. And we got Lincoln with his father, Lynn Loud Sr. Let's see. Can we draw Marlin and Nemo having fun? Batman and Robin playing catch? I will never like Lola in my life. Yeah, I can definitely see why some people don't like Lola. She's either too bratty or too spoiled or too angry, or sometimes she's so evil. Lola Loud and Marlin and Nemo. Okay, let me look. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, just so I'm not really good at drawing. Let me just see. What else? Can I? All right. So that's it. That's more like it. Still not quite there yet. There, that's more like it. Just making sure he's aged a bit. just have him like this. And Nemo is like... Hmm. Keep in mind, I'm not the best at drawing 2D characters, 3D characters in a 2D environment. Hmm. Oh, what happened? Hmm. Okay, here's, okay, here's, Neem, the fin, the big fin. Okay, let me just head back to the questions. Um, some other awesome shows like Fairly Odd Parents, Johnny Test, Dragon Test, Guys Academy, Rescue Rangers, Rescue Riders, Cyber Chase, Arthur, and Milo Pony Friendship. They are great. Have you seen the new Ratchet and Clank gameplay trailer for the PS5? I'd say I'd be excited, but I thought maybe I'd wait a few years before I get the PS5 just to wait. I tend to wait for game consoles to age a bit before I can get my hands on them, just in case they make any big updates. But I will say, for every Ratchet and Clank game for every console I have, it always one of my starting games is always a Ratchet and Clank game. One of my first PlayStation 2 games I ever owned was Ratchet and Clank, the first one. One of the first PS3 games I ever owned was Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction, and one of my first PS4 games was Ratchet and Clank the remake. Let's see. I've seen the Lego Batman movie in the cinema. Uh, I remember seeing Lego Batman in cinema too. And it's a shame that Warner Brothers is no longer has the rights to make any more Lego movies. Um, we're gonna have to wait until. Oh, wait, just a minute. Let me just double check on something. We're gonna have to wait until see what Universal has in store for us. Hmm. Here's Nemo and his dad. Don't worry, fellas. We have one more half hour. So you have plenty of time to ask any questions or requests. There. There you go, fellas. Marlin and his son Nemo. Okay, let's see. Any chance have you heard about the new Sonic movie? Uh, that came out this year, and did you chance seen it? I have seen the Sonic movie. It was one of the last films I saw in theaters before the whole lockdown. The very last one I saw before the lockdown was Onward by Pixar. Nigel Thornberry and Elizabeth Thornberry. Ugh, this is that one's a tough one. Hmm. You've already drawn Toothless and the Nightlights. Actually, I didn't draw Toothless. I draw the Light Fury, the Toothless's mate. Um, Draw Blue with Tiago. Draw Grunkle Stan. All right. I'll do Grunkle Stan. But who should he? But who should he be with? Should he be with Mabel or Dipper? Should Grunkle Stan be with Mabel or Dipper? My favorite YouTuber has drawn one of my childhood movies. Ah, you're welcome. Both. Gravity Falls. But who? But who with? Who should I draw? Dipper or Maple? Oh, should it be both? I can do both. Hmm. All right, fellas, if you insist, let's take a draw with Grunkle Stan. Hmm. Hmm. No, he's not that easy to draw. Oh, so it's more like. Now I am aware that um that that thing on his fez is it supposed to be something that looks like a fish with a crescent with a part fish part crescent moon, or something that looks like a Pac-Man fish? Is it supposed to be like this, or is it supposed to be like this? I'm not sure what it's supposed to be like. He asked me what it's supposed to be like. Can we just the fish in the crescent moon fizz. Hmm. Hmm. Um. The fishing crescent moon fizz. Okay, so. Oops. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be there. Hmm. 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 Just making sure. Sorry, I'm just a bit of a. Well, let me just draw this. Okay, I'll just have him. Now, normally I like to just draw four fingers, and as a way to because that's kind of my standard on most drawings. However, because of Gravity Falls and the hands thing is kind of an important symbol in Gravity Falls, like Dipper and Mabel for some reason have four fingers, while their uncle, while other characters like Grunkle Stan and some of the other characters they have about five fingers, and his brother, her Grunkle Stan's brother has six fingers. I thought maybe I best make an exception and be more respectful to some of their characters. Similarly, I would respect. I would make sure I would do the same thing with the kids next door. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry, we're doing some fish fry. Can we just let me just look at something for a quick moment. Um, I'll just have him like oh, I never noticed that he only has about 4 toes. No, I actually took a peek at some of the. I'm taking a peek at some of the screenshots, and one of the pictures has Stan with only 4 toes. Anyways, it's time to oops. Make Ignitus with Spyro. I remember drawing Ignitus once. He was kind of a pain to draw. So much detail on that one dragon. I had a better time drawing Melifor, the Skylander Melifor, and the Legend of Spyro Melifor. Just add in some smoke. Try Steve and Greg Universe. Can you ask for something else, please? Let's just say remembering something. There's a bit of a something with the Steven Universe fan base that I try not to get myself involved in. Just oh, I forgot about that little thing on his back. Ooh. Okay, let me just let's see, what's that thing around his? Is it a medallion or a watch? Here's Grunkle Stan now to draw the kids. Okay, let me just have a quick look at the questions. Are you listening to me, please? Yes, I already did do Toothless and with your lights. I did, okay, not Toothless, I did the Light Fury. Why you keep asking me this? On DeviantArt, can you start drawing more Gravity Falls? I could. Make Ignitus the one with Spiral, the one from Legendary Spiral. Ignitus is a bit, like I said, he's tough to draw. Let me just be right back. Just gonna. Now, keep in mind, I haven't seen all of Gravity Falls, but I know that Grunkle's skin isn't exactly isn't exactly the 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 guy who likes to spend a lot of money. Just draw a little bit of. Oops, let me just. Now you're wondering why is. I wonder why that burger Mabel has with her sure looks pretty hairy. I wonder why. Don't forget the little, it's a little cheek thing. Okay, let me just go back to the. Let's just answer a few more questions. Can you draw Sylvester and his son trying to catch the bird next? Are you excited about the new Crash Bandicoot game? I won't know until they reveal more details about it tomorrow. Have you heard about JG Quinto's Close Enough? I have, but I don't know what to do. Which one is better, CalArt style or limited animations? Okay. Can you people please stop saying CalArt style? Did you know that CalArt style was something that John Crispolucci, the guy who created Ren and Stimpy, used to insult all of Walt Disney's projects, including the Disney Renaissance? The CalArt style is a stereotypical way of saying something that has a round smile. In fact, several of the legendary Disney animators, they've been to CalArts And St. CalArts is founded by Walt Disney himself. Let's see. The person who supervised on animating for Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast, Pumbaa from The Lion King, and Iago from Aladdin, he went to CalArts, and his art style is a lot different from the quote unquote CalArts style characters that we see nowadays. And besides, Gumball with that similar art style is actually made in England. And Steven Universe is drawn by a woman who went to New York to graduate in arts. Yeah, John Kay has been in a lot of controversy. You said it. Let me just draw a little thing for Dipper. He has a different colored nose. Have you played the game Monster Legends yet? I recommend it because it has a lot of mythical based creatures in it. Do you suggest something that's more prehistoric based? Have you seen Frozen 2? Yes, I have. Not as good as the original Frozen, but still a delight. Have you seen the Yeti movie of The Abominable? What? Is it The Abominable, or is it Abominable, or is it Smallfoot? Yes, I have seen Frozen. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm just doing I have seen Frozen 2. It's pretty swell. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a Smallfoot. Oh, I have seen Smallfoot. Very zany, I must ask. When it comes, you need to start with 3. Okay, let me just finish drawing Dipper. Who's your favorite of the Pine twins? Is it Mabel or Dipper? For me, I'm kind of eyeing on Dipper. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen all the Gravity Falls movie. I've only seen about the first 10. I need to catch up with the rest of the series, but I seem to eye more on Dipper. But Mabel is still pretty fun. I think I'm... Well, this one's really weird. Sorry, this one's a bit weird. Sorry about that. Okay, wrong color. Okay, let me just put those two here. And voila! May Dipper and Mabel and their grunkle Stan having a barbecue. Have you able to do requests by any of your subscribers? So can you draw do you draw the Professor Utonium and his three homemade girls? Who are you? The three homemade girls. Is it the ones where he puts in sugar, spice, and everything nice? The ingredients to create the perfect little girls, but he accidentally added in an extra ingredient, chemical X, and thus the Powerpuff Girls were born. Is that it? They are, yes, the Powerpuff Girls. Alright. Let me just find a picture of... Okay, Professor Utonium. Oof. And in case you're wondering, no, I'm not doing this in the style of Powerpuff Girls 2016. I'm only doing this in the style of the 1998 version. The one I find the more superior. Yeah, I never knew that Professor Utonium was so squarish. Let me just draw his perfect little girls. Oops. Oops. Just color bubbles for a minute. Who's your favorite Powerpuff Girl? Is it Blossom the leader, Bubbles the joy and the laughter, or Buttercup the toughest fighter? Just trying to find the right thing that we'll have to do. This one. And let's see. Okay. Let's. Okay. Do you plan to do something special for your father? I already have. It's It's midnight in my country, and I've done something special for my dad. We had a bit of a pop quiz with some friends. So let me just finish. Okay, fellas, we're nearly time's up. So this is perhaps gonna be my last drawing. So let me just okay, let me just so I couldn't I know it's supposed to be on the other side, but I'm gonna have to make an exception because it's in Bubbles' way. Or I don't have to include it. I'll just have another Powerpuff in the way. So. Just take a peek. Do you have any rare Skylanders? I I don't think so. I don't have any Skylanders with a rare variant, as in the chase ones, the ones that are not in-game variants. On DeviantArt, can you draw any reenactments with Gravity Falls characters? I'll have to think of something. It's going to be a tough one. Maybe I can... What's your next stream going to be like? I'll tell you at the end of the video. First, let me just finish off the Powerpuff characters with... oops. Sometimes that always does. It always keeps happening. Well, let me just oops. So where is Buttercup gonna fit in? I'll tell you once I finish coloring Blossom. Just color the tie. And where can I slip in Buttercup? think I'll just slip her here. Now I don't know if she's knowing the fact that Buttercup is the tough one. I'm not sure if she's much of a hugger. Hmm. Hmm. I think I made her a bit too small. Let me just yeah, I think I made her a bit too small. Let me just let me just color this and then I'll resize her. Um, oops. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I don't think I did a good job on Buttercup. Let me just yeah, I think she'll have to be behind there. And now to finish off Protesiutonium's, the rest of Protesiutonium's body. Oh, oops. Just And here we are. Okay, fellas, that's the last one. And so let's just go over to okay, fellas, that's the last one. So let's go over to some questions, some quick ones. Do you have Wildstorm or Robo from Imagineers? Because they are rare on eBay. I got Wildstorm when I was in England. It was a birthday present, and I got on eBay. So yeah, Robo was pretty rare. Okay, let me just see any more. Have you ever heard of Big Nate? No, I have not. Do you have question for everyone? What do you like to join the most? Where would you put Buttercup then? Hugging the professor's legs? No, I put her right next over there. Okay, let's see. All right, fellas. That's it. That's the last drawing. Alright, that's good. This is the last thing we're gonna be doing. We got Masterion with Chaos. We got Richard with Gumball. We got Homer with Bart. We got Professor Utonium with the Powerpuff Girls. We got Lincoln with Lynn Sr. We got Marlin with Nemo. We got Grunkle Stan with Dipper and Mabel. And This has been a great Father's Day stream. Now, next stream is going to be in July. And I heard it's on a date that dates back to the year 1777, a celebration of a declaration of some sort of independence. What was it? Oh, and there's a lot of fireworks happening that usually happen on that day. Yeah, that's it. Independence Day. Join me on my next stream on Independence Day. My fellow Americans and anybody else from around the world that's on this stream. Thank you guys for watching. I'll save these pictures and hopefully the live stream will be a lot better. I hope you've enjoyed this video.